Number 1. You are a fixer. As a fixer, you think of yourself as the ultimate problem solver, the person who can make everything alright. You often take people on as your personal projects, and you take responsibility for them and try to make their situations better. If you ever see someone having a hard time, you will go out of your way to make it better for them. Toxic people will see this, and instantly want to take advantage of you for that because they know that you will help them by any means necessary. They love this kind of attention. Somebody solving all their problems while they stand aside and maybe even find fault with your suggestions. They will get a kick out of that for sure. You will see a friend or family member who is in trouble or in need and instantly swoop in and take on them as your responsibility. You begin to make important life decisions for them, make plans, and organize their lives. You basically will step in and do all of the heavy lifting in their lives. Number 2. You are a people pleaser. Being a people pleaser makes it super easy for a toxic person to be attracted to you because they know that you will do everything possible to be in their good graces. As a people pleaser, you go above and beyond, most times out of your way, to make yourself liked by everyone you come in contact with, especially those who you value and respect. You tend to equate being a nice person with never saying no and doing everything you can to be there for everyone at all times. A toxic person will spot this from a mile away and get close to you so that they can take advantage of you. For example, if someone asks you for a favor to pick something up for them that is completely out of your way, you will do it just because you don't want them to dislike you or have any bad experience with you. Number 3. You are a good listener. The fact that you are a good listener is another reason that you might attract toxic people. With how busy the world is, it is hard to find somebody who is a good listener, so when people do, they tend to hang on to that. Giving people your full attention can be a very endearing character trait. However, a toxic person will take full advantage of a good listener. They will literally talk for hours, and you may never get a word into the conversation. They don't care enough to find out what is happening in your life. The entire conversation will be completely focused on them because they know that you will listen. They love to talk about themselves, and they also love to hear their own voices. Number 4. You are easygoing. Being easygoing means that you tend to be cool, calm, and collected. You mostly go with the flow and you don't fuss about much. You don't get flustered easily, and you are able to deal well with uncomfortable or troubling situations. You are also able to calm down others by being a voice of reason or with your charisma. A toxic person will see this characteristic in you and will assume that you are a pushover and that they can take advantage of you. They will also assume that they can easily control and manipulate you. Having this personality trait in the eyes of some can make you seem gullible, like you will just go along with whatever a toxic person will say. This is not to say that easygoing people are gullible. It's an assumption that toxic people may make about you. Number 5. You are all-inclusive. If you are the type of person that likes to make sure that everyone feels included and welcomed, then chances are that that is another reason that you may attract toxic people in your life. If anyone feels left out, you make it your responsibility to make them feel involved, even if their personalities are negative and offensive. For example, if someone who is toxic is being treated badly or being excluded from a group activity, you would undoubtedly be the one who would show compassion towards them. The reality is that many toxic people also tend to be narcissistic, and so they would not shy away from wanting and even demanding that you give them your undivided attention. They will count on you to defend them to the group and speak on their behalf. Number 6. You are too generous. Being generous is definitely a good thing. However, this is surely a reason that the toxic person will be attracted to you and befriend you. Toxic people are more takers than they are givers, and they have no boundaries. The more you give them is the more that they will take from you. They prefer to take from you without offering anything in return. If a toxic person sees you're willing to spend your own time and resources unselfishly, they will try to find ways to take advantage of this. They also tend to guilt trip you whenever you are unable to be as generous as they are used to. For example, as a generous person, you're willing to lend your friend money as they are in a tough spot. The issue is that they seem to be in a tough spot month after month after month. One month, you too end up in a tough spot, and you're unable to help them the way that you would normally do. All of a sudden, to them, you're the worst friend in the world. Number 7. You are honest. When you give your word or make a promise about something, you take that very seriously. This is an excellent character trait to possess. However, because this is the way that you are, you expect that this is how everyone will think and behave. This is exactly what toxic people like about you. The fact that you believe that they are honest with what they say and their intentions makes it easy for them to be deceptive. So they are attracted to you because they can go on doing as they please, and it will take you a while to realize their deception. You may have what you think is a relationship with a toxic person. Everyone around you is trying to tell you that they are not being honest, but you choose to believe in their honesty, even though in reality, they are not being genuine with you. Number 8. You are a positive person. As a positive person, you tend to not see the bad things or people in life. You always try your very best to see or predict the best outcome from people and situations. You may not be able to easily identify somebody who has negative personality traits like greed, narcissism, or even deception. Even when you do realize these personality traits, you tend to maintain these friendships because you believe in your friends and their abilities to change for the better. For example, it will take you a long time to realize that a toxic friend is using you to better themselves and not because they truly care for you. Number 9. You are compassionate. In the grand scheme of things, being compassionate is a very beautiful thing. Unfortunately, it certainly is another reason for toxic people to have their sights set on you. Your ability to be an empath does not exclude toxic people. As a result, you feel for them too. Interestingly enough, toxic people have a tendency to play the victim role and make it seem like the world is out to get them. They will play on your emotions and make you feel sorry for them, and this is what will draw you to them. They know that if they can get you to pity them, then they can manipulate you into doing what they want. Last but not the least, number 10. You are non-confrontational. You hate conflict. You will avoid any form of conflict at all costs, because it makes you extremely uncomfortable, whether it is good or bad. If you avoid all conflict, the ugly truth is that this can make you seem a bit of a pushover. And guess what? Toxic people love that about you. They know that even if you are uncomfortable with or angry about something that they have done, you would never confront them about it. So if you get offended by a comment that a toxic friend makes, you would much rather just suck it up and try to forget it on your own than getting confrontational about the situation. It doesn't matter to you how much they hurt you or those around you. You prefer to try to work it out and remain friends with them rather than turn your back on them. Many of these traits we have discussed are positive character traits, and you shouldn't change these things about yourself. You do, however, need to be aware of the signs someone is using you. You need to stand up for yourself, set boundaries, and enforce them. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so we can continue to make videos like this, and make sure you check out this playlist of our other top videos. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.